Chris Paul with 27. You got to do what you got to do with the game on the line. We're under 2 minutes. Ooh. Excuse us. Oh, what are you doing? Excuse the sound effects, but it's getting interesting. Steph Curry with a 3. Clay ends up stealing the ball. 107 to 102. Oh no. Oh no. The Rockets may not win. Oh, you got Jay-Z at the game. Jay-Z and Beyonce sitting courtside. The Rockets really about to let the Warriors beat them at home without KD. Yes, Kev. They just did. The Curry show is here, still by Golden State. Curry out here killing them late. They still got a chance based on my TV. 107, 102. James Harden with a bucket. 104, 107. 56 seconds left. This is it. This is it right here. Draymond Green with a wide open opportunity to the hole. Ooh, Clay. Bang. Hand down, man down. The media is getting ready to bury the Rockets team. Oh, yeah. I guarantee you, RC, that they have a full article already written. They had the article written when KD went down that they were going to lose this game. They had the article already written, RC. They know how the Rockets roll. They know how the Rockets roll. Well. No KD, no problem. No KD, no problem. Wow. I've been catching hell about saying Clay is underrated via A-Trap, but I'll wait. So, are we now back on the narrative that the Warriors will win the chip? I thought they still were going to win it anyway. They've done it before. We forget they've done it before. I understand KD has put them at a different level, but they're still at a superior level without KD. They still got 3 All-Stars. Draymond's not necessarily an All-Star. Sometimes not. All right, 110, 104. Steph for 15 in the fourth quarter, says Kev. Phone lines will be open. I'm going to take a couple calls post-game show. Give me your thoughts and opinions. 469-351-0881. Probably go for, about another 30 minutes or so. Game over, says Big L. Steph has made 68 straight free throws in the fourth quarter and overtime in the playoffs. How do you lose a game on your floor? The real question is, where do the Rockets go from here? That is the $1 million question. And I'm glad I don't have to answer that. I'm glad I don't have to answer that. I'm glad I'm not the Rockets GM. I'm glad at this very moment that I am not James Harden or Chris Paul. I'm glad about that. Uh, 107 to 112 according to my TV. Caller on the line. My man, Mo Cheese on the line. Mo Cheese, what's going on?
What's going on, man?
So is the game over?
Yeah. Pretty much. I stepped out for a second. I was gonna tell you a nice, interesting little story actually. But I was waiting for the game to go off. So, and I meant to talk about it earlier today, but 2 hours wasn't enough. So, I'll be telling you like I'm a little game geek, right?
Right.
So I actually had the opportunity, a new 2K is going to come out here soon. So I actually had the opportunity to be a tester for the game. Yeah. So it's actually kind of dope. I mean, it's not a lot that has changed if you actually play 2K. If you play 2K19, you still go through different phases where you create your player and you can either be drafted or not drafted. But they actually have the China League associated with it. You got the G League associated with it. And they kind of built onto it this year. And honestly, man, it's ridiculous. Like, I actually had to sit the game down to pay attention to what was going on with the show and what was going on with the game. But I only got X amount of time to be able to test out the game. So I'm trying to get as much gameplay in as possible.
I hear you, man. That's tight right there. How did you even get, somebody that's in that develops the game, or?
Honestly, man, some of the other games that I was playing on my apps, honestly, going back to like Mobile Strike, got an invite through just playing Mobile Strike. They randomly send out invites, and as a tester, it's more about how much you actually play the game. So if you spend a lot of time playing it, then they'll be like, "Yo, we got another game that's about to come out. Do you want to play this one?" And honestly, just getting in that loop, I got in the EA loop, and we're playing 2K. It was like, yeah, I could put down my phone and I could start back playing my Xbox.
Yeah, well, that's well worth an opportunity right there, because people are in love with 2K, and 2K is definitely worth testing and playing. Now, are they doing? They probably don't have the NBA Africa part of it yet, do they? Because I know that they haven't officially started.
Nah, they haven't added that part.
Okay.
They were talking about I was playing the game instead of watching. Actually, I was doing both. That's why you got two TVs in the living room.
That's a good idea.
And so I just did some random stuff on the game. Wow, because you have random like workouts that you have to go to. You got random little spots around the city that you have to go to and check out. I happened to, because my favorite team I liked was the Lakers. You got the Cage, which is basically a whole bunch of cage like basketball courts. Inside of the Cage, you actually got the cage you can go into in different shops around the city. It's kind of dope, man. They definitely went in depth with the game this year.
That's nice. That's nice. And 2K is, I don't play really anything anymore. The last I've really been on was Live. And Live, I'm assuming, has been surpassed by NBA 2K at this point.
You still got Live that's out there. I stopped playing Live a while ago.
Yeah.
The game controller got a little different. I just felt like 2K incorporates a little. They made it harder on 2K. It's all the different buttons you can kind of sort of do different stuff. So depending on what you're pushing at a particular time, button sequence combination, then that's going to determine your moves, obviously. But it's way more intricate. Like, you can actually do James Harden's signature step back on the game, literally. If you got the right button combinations down, where you can literally be at the 3-point line and step back to 3 feet, and you wide open to take a shot.
Wow, they got the Euro step in there too?
Man, you got the Euro step, you got the teardrops, you got, pretty much anything that you can think of that any big name player is doing. You have their signature moves embedded in the game. You also have where you can create a jump shot. So when I say you can create a jump shot, you can literally create it from the ground up. You have to create the base of when you catch the ball. You got to create your stance, how you're holding the ball, your timing on your jump, your actual release as far as what your release point is going to be. Because, you know, certain players got different release points. Think about Lonzo Ball versus Ray Allen.
Right. True.
So, like, it's literally that intricate. Now, I haven't gone in to actually sit down to create my own jump shot, but I've built a signature jump shot off of other players, which is pretty dope.
That is dope. I've never heard of that in a game at all. Creating your own jump shot. That's well worth it right there. Quick side note: the Toyota Center is being emptied as we speak. People are leaving. People are confused, and Chris Paul is gonna cry when he gets to the car. He's definitely about to cry.
Yeah,
he's about to take his ball and run out of there.
Here's the question. Here's the question that you have to ask. What does this do for Chris Paul's legacy? What does this say about James Harden? Again, no KD. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For those of us that said, hey, man, Steph done been here before, and they've been here before without KD, our fact was proven. They've been on this stage more times without KD than with KD, right?
True, 100%.
I say this always.
This just goes to say that CP3 is a great regular season player. That is his legacy. His legacy has nothing to do with postseason. You can pretty much take that off of his paragraph when he retires. You just need to call him a great regular season point guard. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. That gives you a lot of stats.
Would you say CP? What would you rank CP3 in point guard in the point guard echelon? Because I've heard people try to say he was top 5, and
I'm not saying that.
Some people, I would say why.
I'm not saying. I'm gonna say top 20. I think he's top 20 because you got. This is the thing. You got so many players from different eras that you have to factor in. Stockton, Jason Kidd, who won a championship. There's a long list that I'm not really about to go down, but I would say
you got Zeke, you got depending on who you put in that. Are they at their listed position, or are we actually putting point guards where point guards are supposed to be as well?
Yeah, it is. That's the interesting list, but CP3 is not. He's not in the top 10.
We ain't even talk about Magic.
Yeah, right. Yeah, Big L put that in there, Magic.
We ain't talking about GP.
Right, facts. And GP is better.
Because I'm definitely taking Gary Payton.
Yeah. Stockton, I think.
But yeah, man.
Yeah. At this point, how do you come back the next season like this never happened? How do you do that? You know you're not superhuman. None of these guys are superhuman. How do you come back next year and act like this never happened and do this all over again? I don't know how you do that.
I think this takes a whole lot of wind out of their sails, period. Like the whole build-up as a franchise, the fact that you got a GM that's like, yo, the reason we constructed our team the way we constructed our team is to beat the Warriors. And again, now, hey, you had the Warriors that you were trying to beat before they got KD, and you still couldn't beat them. You had healthy CP3. You got a healthy Clint Capella. And it wasn't enough, man.
And here's the other thing, which I've said this numerous times. A Mike D'Antoni, coach team cannot win. In the words of